What's up, guys? It's Marzo7. I'm here with Jack. I'm kidding. I'm here with Waffles today.
What's up?
And today, in about a week, I don't know when it starts. NFL preseason's coming up. I know that those weeks don't really matter much. But I feel like this is the perfect time to rank all the NFL teams going into this upcoming season because we're not that far away. We're about a month away from the actual stuff starting. Like we got Mahomes versus uh Goff, I think. Some, I don't know what the opening game is, but yeah. Anyways, let's do this. So I got a tier list. I did a tier list on the same exact tier. I did something on this exact same tier list a long time ago. Uh, it was basically I was ranking low. Excuse me. I was ranking logos. So yeah, but here we go. You ready, Wolfie? Here, Waffle.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do this. So let's start with the arrows. Why? What?
It's only A through like S through F. Is there like a F tier?
I wish there was, but hold up.
Mm,
Let me see. How do I edit this thing? Um, add a row below. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. If only I knew. If only I knew sooner. What the F? I should probably update this. All right. All right. All right. Apologies for the technical difficulties, guys. But anyways, let's do this. So let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. What's your take?
I
Waffle.
think it's a F. I mean, I don't really see them doing anything, honestly.
Yeah, like
I think,
Kyler's injured. I mean, like,
I mean, like, if you're in a situation where even your fans know that you're gonna lose a lot of games, then like, it's already an F.
yeah, that's true. Whenever your
I mean,
fans,
it could be like B if like the QB is actually healthy, but like,
yeah, true.
it's really the best player that they have right now is a safety. So like that basically explains everything. Their running back is underrated, but other than that, like,
Buda Baker.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
he's good.
safety, but their running back is pretty underrated. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
nobody talks about him.
Yeah, that one I don't hear much about, but yeah, I agree with you. I think that Arizona's can be really bad, but who knows? Everyone thought the Seattle Seahawks would be really bad last season, but then they had a respectable 9-8 season last
I
season.
mean, they have potential to win a Super Bowl. Like I feel like every team has it. It's just like they need to pay attention. If you're in that situation, you got to pay attention to like the players that you're drafting and look at their potential and all that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like look at Tom Brady for example. Like he was like a 6th round pick. He was a backup QB. Like this is even coming from like a Falcons fan. Like even though I hate that man, like he's still a really good quarterback.
Yeah. Speaking of the Falcons, up next we got the Falcons. What's your take? Y'all got
I
a
would I would give this season a C because I don't really see them winning any more than like maybe like 9 games, which isn't bad. I
yeah,
feel
not
like they would make I feel like they would make an improvement. Of course, we would win the division, but honestly, the division is really not that good, anyways.
yeah, I feel like y'all got talent on that team. It's just as long as y'all utilize it well, y'all be really good. Like y'all got
Yeah, I
uh
mean, we have like I know when we drafted a running back, I was like very confused, but I was also
yeah,
angry at the same time because
I
like
bet.
we could have drafted Nolan Smith.
Yeah.
But I can see the running back what I can even see us winning a playoff game
Yeah, that
as a matter of fact.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I feel like since we drafted what's his name? What's the new running back that we got? De- All right, okay. Anyways, yeah. Oh, B. John Robinson. Hmm.
Desmond Ritter is the QB that everyone like wants him to be, then y'all be good. Yeah. All
All
right,
right
now
then.
we got the Ravens.
I'll give this an S, honestly. Like, the only reason why, I mean, like, Lamar was literally injured, like almost. Lamar was injured most of the season, and he still led the team to a playoff game. So imagine how good the team would be if he was
Yeah.
fully healthy.
Yeah, they were in it with freaking what's his name? Tyler Huntley. Like that's like I feel like the
They
Ravens,
almost beat the Bengals too.
yeah.
Like that's how good of a team they are. I
As
feel
long,
like
if it
like
weren't for
Lamar Jackson in his probably like second year or maybe first. He was already an MVP. He was like 14-2.
yeah,
Like he was better than Mahomes. I feel like if he was healthy, he would be better than all the other QBs.
I agree. Yeah. Sorry, I'm having some technical. All right. Anyways, next up we have. Hold up. Next up we got the Bills. What do you think? Oh shoot. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had technical difficulties. I couldn't hear Waffles. So yeah. Anyways, we left off. Let's go to the Bills. I feel like Bills is a solid A tier. I feel like they do.
No, they're definitely an S. The problem with the Bills right now is that Josh Allen or them basically winning a Super Bowl because at one hand they have the potential to win they have the potential to win multiple, but like the AFC is like very competitive, like
Oh
very
yeah,
very competitive.
that division. Besides the Patriots, that division's very competitive. Like that. Like I could see all like three of the four teams in that division
Like
mix.
there are so many good teams in the AFC. The Dolphins, the Jets could be a good team. The Chiefs, the Bills. Like there's so many good teams, and they're in a extremely competitive division.
I
Like
agree.
in the division there's like no bad teams in that division.
Yeah, exactly.
Zero. Like the only bad division I can see is like AFC South. But like other than that, like
Yeah, even as a Saints fan, I'll admit that that division's terrible. Yeah.
yeah,
Anyways, next, speaking of that division, we got one from that division, the Panthers.
the Panthers. I would give this a C as well.
Yeah, they got Bryce Young. They got Adam Thielen out of Minnesota. Um, so yeah, I'll put him at C tier. That I agree with that. And they got
Adam Thielen, in my opinion, is very underrated. But yeah,
yeah,
Bryce Young. The only problem that he has right now is here's the thing: a quarterback isn't really gonna fix all of the issues of a team.
yeah,
But the Panthers have like a mixed relation. I have like a mixed reaction with them because they have a solid team overall,
yeah,
but they also need to improve some of their like rosters.
yeah. I feel
Because
like
like a QB, like same goes to the Texans. I don't think CJ Stroud is going to make that big of a difference because the Texans, they don't have anybody really.
yeah. I mean, they got some people over the offseason, but I don't know. We'll see. But Panthers, I feel like they got a new coach. I think it's Frank Reich who would, yeah. So who knows what he can do. Anyways, next up we got the Bears. I feel like the Bears are A or B.
No, I will give them a C as well. I don't think.
Hmm.
Remember, they were the worst team last year. But then,
Yeah, yeah, you have a good point. You have a good point.
yeah, I would give this a C. A lot of people are hyping up the Bears, which, they did make good moves, but like, so did we, and so did all the other teams, even the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, like the biggest move they've made the offseason was trading that first round pick for DJ Moore from the Panthers. So
Yeah.
but that might but Justin Fields, as long as he has an O line, he'll be fine. Yeah, but I feel like season actually not a bad spot to put them because I feel like they are getting a bit overhyped. You're right. Yeah.
Remember, last year people thought the Seattle Seahawks were going to be the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, I'll admit I thought that too.
Yeah. So, like, we could be wrong. Maybe the Bears could win a Super Bowl. Who knows?
Heck, maybe even the freaking Cardinals do it. I doubt that, but who knows? Yeah, anyways, next up, got the Bengals. Bengals, they lost a lot of people. They lost Samaje Perine, some
I mean,
defensive
as long
people.
as they have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they're gonna win all games. Let's
Yeah,
be honest here.
yeah, I agree.
Like, if that team was able to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs,
Oh,
like I feel like even then, like they can win a Super Bowl. Like,
yeah. Like literally they got screwed out of a Super Bowl because of a bad call. That's why.
yeah,
Who knows?
I would say the same thing to the Eagles, but even then they blew a 10-point lead.
Yeah, I'll put him.
S tier. Come on now, you got to
Yeah,
put out S tier.
as
They
long as
made it
they
to the
got,
AFC
as long as they
Championship.
got
Come
the
on,
dynamic duo, they're fine.
come on now.
Anyways, the
If you think
Browns.
it's an A tier, there's got to be something wrong with you. Like,
I'm saying this is yeah. All right. Anyways, Browns. You made a bold prediction with them a couple weeks ago, Waffles.
yeah, okay. So here's the thing: Deshaun Watson. As much as we hate him, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the massage
he's
parlor.
not a bad QB.
Yeah, I feel like last season,
Remember, he was better than Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott is I don't know what
Yeah,
to make of him at this point.
okay.
Uh,
But even then, like, he is a really, really, really good QB. Like, on it, like, if he comes back, like, that team is so talented. Like, people just don't pay attention to that team at all. I would also give this an S tier or maybe an A tier.
yeah, I'll probably put A just because their last season wasn't great, but I feel like
It
they
wasn't great because their QB missed 11 games.
yeah. Anyways, next speaking of Dak Prescott, the Cowboys are up next. I feel like it's A or B. I'm a little hesitant to put them up S, but
Here's the problem with the Cowboys. You see, I will use this example in basketball as well. So I'm also a Miami Heat fan, which you can have your opinions, but we were able to beat one of two of the best teams in the NBA in the playoffs. Of course, we lost to Jokic, but that was a below average team with one of the best coaches in the league.
yeah, interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
their coaching is the only problem. Because if when I was watching that 49ers game at the end, I was so confused. Like, why did the coach even thought it was a good idea to put Zeke at center?
Oh yeah, that was a bad idea.
Yeah. I feel like if I was the owner, I would immediately fire that man. Like that man was literally plotting
Yeah, like
to
Jerry
make
Jones has got to be
this.
concerned in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Like
I'll go
it's
ahead.
a A, but they would be like a really, really good team if they fired their coach and they got a better one.
Yeah, they should have probably gotten someone like Sean Payton or Jim Harbaugh, and it would have been better.
Remember, their team is stacked.
Yeah, they got honestly who I know a lot of people didn't really see this. I'd say one of the steals of the draft, Deuce Vaughn from Kansas State, maybe like a little guy, but like 5'5", but yeah, he's really good. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, Broncos country, let's ride. What do you put them? I feel like
Honestly, I'll put them at like C. Hear me out when I say this.
okay,
The problem with Russell Wilson is coaching. It's because of his play style.
yeah,
That's the problem. He always goes to a specific direction, and the offense isn't really built that much around him. Because uh, it's hard to explain. Because like if you play the game of football, you would understand like different teams have different offenses based around a certain player, and if the coach Sean Payne is able to do that, because
Sean
it's hard for me to tell you this, but like I don't really see the Broncos going anywhere besides a C because they may be a B, but like that isn't that going a bit too far? Like they were one of the worst teams in the NFL last year.
Yeah, now you could argue it's a coaching problem at the same time. Waffles makes a good point. Yeah, but I feel like Sean Payton. Listen, I'm a Saints fan. I have a lot of I love Sean Payton. He got a Super Bowl and all that. But when he's down, he could be like 7-9. Like he can have some down years, and who knows that can happen with the Broncos. Yeah, no disrespect or anything, but yeah. Anyways, there's that. Lions. I feel like I want to put them in the higher tiers, S or A. One.
Okay. it's like a mix between S or A, because on one hand they're making really good moves. Like I feel like they can be one of the best teams in the NFC.
Yeah, I feel like they might be the best team in the NFC. I don't know. Who knows though?
Here's the thing though. I feel like the Packers, like even though you may think that Aaron Rodgers is gone, they have one of the best defenses ever. Like they drafted so many good players,
Oh yeah,
defensive players. So
yeah,
the Packers would be like a very, like they almost lost the Packers, but they beat them obviously. But like still,
yeah.
so their defense is stacked, and they're adding more and more defensive players. So like they are like they are not playing about their defense, and I feel like they could be a leader of the division even without Aaron Rodgers. But they also have to deal with other teams as well. Like think about the Vikings, for example.
Yeah.
Like
Vikings got a lot of fluky wins last season, but they still got a pretty good team. Yeah, they lost Alvin Cook and all, but Kirk Cousins
Vikings were
is a beast
13-4. So like and even the Bears, like even the Bears could have the potential to beat the Lions. So the NFC North is going to be very competitive.
Yeah, they might be like an NFC. Like last year, the NFC East was unexpectedly like really competitive. Like actually pretty competitive because they almost all those almost all those teams made the playoffs. So
Yeah, usually like the NFC East is always like Dallas versus Philadelphia.
yeah, and like literally only like 2 years before last season when they almost made the playoffs, when they almost all made the playoffs, literally in 2020 they had a losing team represent them in the playoffs. But basically like the NFC South these days, but like yeah.
But
Anyways,
yeah,
where you
I
want to
don't
put?
really see them. I would put them at A, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're an S tier team.
Yeah. Speaking of, like you're saying, what about the Packers?
Like, think about it. I wouldn't put the Lions above the Cowboys.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
By the way, I'll fix all these rankings at the end. If it's just a double check and all that, but yeah, I feel
No,
like
I feel like these are some good like predictions. Packers, I would give this a C.
yeah.
I would actually,
I know people are gonna put them in D or even F, but they still got good talent on the team. Like they
yeah,
got,
they have one of the best defenses I've seen.
yeah, they still got
Like
like,
very underrated, like extremely underrated. Nobody
yeah,
talks about their defense, but like if they have a go-to defensive coordinator, I'm telling you right now, they could be a playoff team because that's how good their defense is.
true for sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, there's that, and Jordan Love might be really good. Who knows? We'll see. Anyways, Texas,
Remember, guys, defense wins championships, not the QB.
yes, sir. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, there's the Packers, and now we got the Houston Texans. Literally, like,
I would give this
I
how
feel
do I
like,
put this? I feel like they can be good, but I'll still put them at a D. They're
yeah,
not as bad as the Cardinals, but they've
all right.
definitely made improvements.
Yeah,
I
like
wouldn't be surprised if they become a B tier team.
yeah,
I would say that they would have like 5 or 6 wins.
yeah. I feel like they're gonna be a bit better than last season. Not. I don't think they're gonna be that good. So, like they do have like, excuse me, Dalton Schultz, who I think is an underrated tight end.
Remember, this season was very unexpected, by the way. Like,
Yeah,
like we thought the Broncos were going to win a Super Bowl. Turns out they weren't. We also thought the Raiders were going to win the Super Bowl. They weren't. We thought the Seahawks were going to be the worst team, but they made it to the playoffs.
yeah, a lot of unexpected things happen. Yeah, and then the Texans they also got Devin Singletary, also another running back that doesn't really get talked about. And they got D'Amico Ryans, who literally was a former player on that team, won Rookie of the Year when he was there. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, let's go to their rival, the Colts. Now, a couple weeks ago, I would have put him in.
I don't really like the Colts' ownership, really,
Yeah, they got a nice team.
because their best player is a running back, and they're not paying him.
Oh,
And
and Jordan, excuse me, I must call him Jordan Taylor. Like, Jonathan Taylor might leave the team. Either way, he's requesting a trade. So, and Anthony Richardson,
listen, if Jonathan Taylor leaves the Colts, I'm telling you right now that team is going to be 0-16 because that's how good of a player he is.
yeah.
It's
Now,
it's like Saquon Barkley, for example, in the Giants. If Saquon Barkley leaves the Giants, the Giants are not going to be a good team.
True. And I feel like the Colts.
The Colts overall is like a C B tier team, but without Jonathan Taylor, which he is demanding a trade, they're going to be an F tier team, maybe even worse than that.
Yeah, I'll put him at
Cardinals.
B just because who knows? I'm not sold, but Anthony Richardson might actually be a decent QB. I'm not sold on him yet, though. Um,
I don't think I would put the Colts over the Panthers. So I'll put them at a C.
okay, yeah, I'll put him behind. I'll put him at that part of C. Yeah, but if they lose Jonathan Taylor, there they go. Yeah, yeah. Now Jaguars, I'm really hyped.
S tier team, no
Yes,
question. S tier, S
honestly,
tier,
I argue they're at the top.
S tier
Like
team.
literally,
Holy
this
shit!
team
They proved every single one of us wrong. They went from one of the worst teams ever, from being a playoff team.
all in one season too. Like they had a terrible first half,
Exactly.
and they had a second half surge. And honestly, I would not be surprised.
Who knew that Zay Jones and like some free agent that they paid $72 million of was going to be one of the best offenses in the AFC? Not
Oh
me.
yeah, and they got Calvin Ridley too. So there's that.
Exactly. They're going to be an S tier team. I feel like
Yeah,
they can even win a Super Bowl, honestly.
yeah, and I guess the hype is real because they're also getting their stadium rebuilt too. I know that has nothing to do with the team, like they're getting their stadium rebuilt. Yeah. Anyways, the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's be honest.
Guys, this is so hard. This is so hard, guys. This is
We're
such a
gonna
hard
put,
decision. It's an S tier. Come on now.
yeah,
Come on now.
like Mahomes, Kelsey. Do I even need to say anything? Like
It, you don't even have to say anything. If people think that they're not an S tier team, they're just lying, bro. They're
yeah,
just hating at this point.
literally, they had like 79 overall wide receivers, and all that. And they still somehow won a Super Bowl. Andy Reid literally is cooking something in there. Let the Chiefs cook. That's all I can say. Yeah. Anyways, so the Chargers. I feel like it's either A or B. I don't know. I'm split because I feel like they're gonna be a
The
good team.
Chargers, I feel like the Chargers aren't really. I feel like they're. It's like their quarterback is really good, but like they need to like their coach. The problem is that their coach decided not to rest their players before the playoffs.
Yeah, Brandon Staley, I think is his name.
Yeah, so like because of that, they lost to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, so they're still an eight tier team, but like
yeah, I agree. They're still A tier. I think they'll be a good team. I don't think they're gonna be like the best. I think they'll
come on,
go
if your
like 10.
QB is good enough to compete with Patrick Mahomes in the regular season, like they always had like rivalries and good games with each other, like that goes to show that you're a good team, but with terrible coaching. That's really the problem. Same goes to the Cowboys. They're in the same situation as the Cowboys
Yeah,
are.
I agreed. It's like the Cowboys like the NFC version of the Chargers, and the Chargers like the AFC version of the Cowboys. Yeah, that makes a lot. Yeah, you bring up a really good point.
Yeah.
Anyways, the other LA team, the Rams.
The Rams, I don't
I
know. I feel like the Rams remind me of the Brooklyn Nets. It's like you have a team full of superstars, and then the next year all of those superstars go to a different team.
yeah, OBJ left there and went to the Ravens, and that team is aging. They got a lot of aging players on that
Yeah,
team.
they're honestly, man, they're like a F tier to me. Like, that's what I think. But
Yeah, that like Stafford, I feel like is not. I feel like he has not been the same since that Super Bowl. Yeah.
and I hope they prove us wrong. But like, I don't see them winning any more than like 5 games.
Yeah, I know the Rams gave me PTSD from 2019, but still, I like the players on that team. So yeah. Anyways, there's that. Next up is the Raiders. Jimmy
The
Garoppolo,
Raiders,
I feel like is getting a little bit. I feel like people are criticizing him, but I think he's actually a decent QB. I mean, you got to remember he
but like Jimmy Garoppolo isn't gonna play this year
Wait, what?
because of his physical. Remember, like his physical wasn't valid, so he's not gonna play this year.
Hold up, I didn't even hear about this.
Yeah,
Hold on, I gotta search this up.
So I think they're gonna be a C tier team, but I can see them. Actually, you know what? I'll put them at a B tier. They're not a bad team at all.
Yeah, they got Devontae and all that. It's just I don't know. It's like the coaching could get in the way sometimes. Yeah. Anyways, next up, the Dolphins. I feel like this is gonna be a good team. They're gonna be a good team. Like I feel like they're gonna be a dark.
Oh my God, the Dolphins. They have so many good players.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping that their quarterback doesn't die.
yeah.
Like,
Tua's got 3 concussions in 1 year. That is, if he gets another one this season, he needs to
but
retire.
like they have so much talent. I can't put them up like above an A. Like I have to put them at like an S tier. Like honestly.
Yeah, I agree. As long as Tua stays healthy, then they're good.
Remember, like they were undefeated at one point. Like
Yeah,
so,
true.
and Tua technically still is undefeated.
Yeah, good point. Anyways, now we got the Vikings.
They're still, in my opinion, an S tier or maybe an A tier team. Come on
I'll
now.
put them at A tier because I feel like I think the Vikings have a really good team. Like Kirk Cousins
But
is
like,
solid
here's the
QB.
thing though. Here's the thing. Kirk Cousins is not a bad QB, and Jefferson is one of the best receivers in the NFL.
I agree. Yeah.
So like they can be like the next big duo. So that's why they're like 13-4. So I think that they should be like an S tier or maybe an A tier because they're a really, really good team. They're 13-4 last year.
Yeah. A lot of those wins came very fluky, but still, I think you made a really good point. Yeah. There's that. Anyways, next up is the Patriots.
The Patriots, I'll give them a B. They're like the perfect version of a B tier.
Yeah, I feel like they got some good players. I still think they're gonna be the weak link. I think they'll be like I don't think they'll be bad. I think they'll
They're
be
like the
like 9-8.
definition of like a team that's like 10-7 or 9-8, but they're not gonna get more than that.
I agree because yeah, I know I made schedule predictions a long time ago, but I feel a lot of my opinions have changed since then. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, now next up is the Saints. As Saint as a Saints fan, they're B tier. I don't know what else to
I
do.
know there are seats here. Come on now. You're
Okay.
really gonna put the Saints above the Packers? Come on now.
We got yeah, they
Okay.
got some good moves.
Derek
They had
Carr.
Derek Carr, Jamal Williams. They also got Jimmy Graham back and all that. But like Dennis
I
Allen
mean,
and Pete Carmichael, they made some really bad calls last year. They did some.
we have like Calais Campbell, Jeff Okuda, like like a lot of good players too. But like I don't think just because we made those moves, they're gonna improve just like us and just like all the other teams in the C tier. But at the same time, like we don't know. Like Alvin Kamara is one of your best players,
And he's being suspended for
and
3 games.
yeah, and like Michael Thomas, the man was Offensive Player of the Year, and now like
He's never
we
shown up since.
barely we barely even see him. So
Now
they're a
he's off
good
1 year
team,
deals. So
but
yeah,
I can't really see them above the C tier.
yeah, and yeah,
Like, are you really gonna put the Saints in the same tier as the Raiders?
yeah. Yeah, you do have a good point there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
exactly.
I'm saying this as a Saints fan. I'm saying it. Anyways, next up is the Giants. I feel like people are saying they're gonna be bad again, but they got Brian Dable. I feel like as long as Daniel Jones and all develop, they'll be actually be a solid team.
Yeah,
So
they can be an A tier team. They just gotta look after their running back, really.
yeah, I'll put them at A tier.
If Saquon leaves, you're screwed. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
That's how important the running. You have to pay your running back before you pay a QB.
yeah,
Because last time I checked, the running back, Saquon Barkley did way more than Daniel Jones ever did.
yeah. Good point. Anyways, the New York Jets. They're an S tier. They got
No, 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 no. Before you get mad at me,
okay.
I'll put him at a tier or a B tier.
Okay, I can work with A tier. I can work with A tier because yeah, I feel like they got a lot of young talent on the team.
Yes, they could they
And Aaron
they can be
Rodgers.
a Super Bowl team, but Aaron Rodgers is 39, so
Yeah,
he may end up just like Brett Favre, and he could just be a waste of money. So like we may never know. So we're just gonna put him at A or B tier.
yeah, good point. Anyways, the Eagles, I think
S tier.
yeah,
S
S.
tier. Guys, this is so hard. This is the Philadelphia Eagles. They made it to Super Bowl. They're definitely not S tier. Yes, they are. Come on now.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that team's gonna be really good. They might be the best. I think them and the Lions be the best team in that conference, but we'll see that. But the Eagles, they only got Jalen Hurts off a big deal
They're
now.
like the best team in the NFC, like
I,
hands down.
I agree. Yeah. Anyways, there's that. What else we got really see? Yeah, I know they lost Miles Sanders, but they still got a lot of good players on that team. Anyways, Steelers.
Hear me out. Just hear me out.
Okay.
I'll put them at A tier. Just hear me out for a second.
I can work
They
with
were
that.
9-8 with a backup QB with a terrible O line. Now that they got one of the best O line, who's from Georgia, so you know that O line is going to be good. They can be like a really good team.
Yes. I'm saying this is another
Kenny Pickett is a really good team. I mean, a really good player.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I think the Steelers, it's kind of hard. You could go for B as well, but I think A tier because they got some good players. Yeah. They got I think they got like a relatively young team, so yeah. Um,
Bluetooth mode.
so next up is the Seattle Seahawks. I think A or S. I don't know. And they really got
I
that.
would put him at like. Just hear me out for a second. They would be a B tier, but just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Is Geno Smith going to be a one-hit wonder? Because last time I checked, he was doing really. He proved all the haters wrong. But at the same time, he's also growing old. So he may be coming back and being one of the best QBs the Seahawks may ever have. Maybe even better than Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could just be a one-hit wonder, or he may be battling injuries, and that may be the end of his career.
Good point. Yeah, but
So
that's
that's why, because they're like in a bridge where like, oh yeah, they proved all the people wrong. They made it to the playoffs. They were 9-8, but at the same time, they lost to the Panthers. They had a lead against the 49ers, but then they lost. So, and yeah, like they have like, I would even say like if they their draft wasn't as good as they were like the last two, they would have been like a below C tier team.
yeah, true.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I will put him at A tier for now. But like,
Oh, all right. Yeah, you have a
I'll
good
put him
point.
at A tier. But like, just don't be surprised if Geno Smith doesn't come back. I hope he does. But like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's that. Anyways,
Because
Stanford.
there's a bunch of one hit wonder QBs out there.
True. Yeah. Anyways, San Francisco 49ers. I mean, they got a loaded team. Their quarterback situation a little bit.
Oh my God, come on now. Like, if the quarterback was like some dude working at Walmart, and they would still be S tier team. Like,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
if you were the QB, it would still be S tier team.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, that's how good of a team they are.
Yeah, S tier. I put them there. They might be the best one in the division too. I forgot. I didn't even think about that.
The
Yeah.
running back throws better than Brock Purdy. Like, come on now.
Yeah. True. Anyways, Tampa Bay Bucks.
D tier,
Yeah.
instant F tier, maybe in F tier.
F tier. Yeah,
Come on now.
that team.
No,
That team was.
listen, we're both NFC South fans, and the amount of
Yes.
misery that they put us in, Tom
Yeah.
Brady put us in, he has to be in F tier.
Yeah, look, if you weren't good with Tom Brady last year, then your team has a problem. That's all I'm gonna say. And if you think, oh, Baker Mayfield's gonna make it all better or Kyle Trask, it's not. Come on, Bucks fans.
Who was Kyle Trask?
Quarterback from Florida that came before Richardson. Yeah,
I don't even know who the QB is. Like that's how like irrelevant it is. Like,
yeah, that team is not good. Yeah. Anyways, Tennessee Titans. I don't know.
I'll put him at a C tier.
Yeah, because I feel like they could be in rebuild. Yeah, they got DeAndre Hopkins, but I feel like they could.
Oh yeah, they're making a really good rebuild in my opinion.
Yeah, they got DeAndre
they have a pretty decent defense. They have two of the best offensive players. They have Tannehill, Malik Willis, who I think should be the starter instead of the who's that guy? Will
Will
Levis.
Levis, the guy who puts
Yeah.
mayo in his coffee and eats bananas with peels on them. Yeah, him.
No, I don't think. I feel like Malik Willis has a lot of talent. I feel like he has like Lamar Jackson type of talent, but like
Yeah, I can see that.
come on now, they were 7-3 at one point, so you know that quarterback is gonna be good.
It's just the injuries caught up to them. As long as that doesn't happen,
Yeah,
then
exactly. Like I was even confused why they even drafted a QB. They should have been loyal to him. But anyways,
yeah, exactly. And then
anyways,
they're moving
let's
out
go
of this, and they're getting a new state in a couple of years. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, Washington Commanders, they were the most mid.
They may be one of my favorite teams. Hold on, wait a minute.
No Dan
The
Snyder.
worst owner in the NFL has finally left. So you know
Yes.
damn well they're in S tier. You got to put them at S tier.
Okay, yes, S tier because their honor is gone.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
only-
That's already like that's their Super Bowl basically.
yeah.
They
There's that.
basically won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, last year they're like the most mid team in the NFL. Like, how do you get an 8-8? How do you get a 500 record with literally on a odd numbered game schedule? Like,
Yeah.
But I think as long as Dan Snyder's gone, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, they're in S tier. Snyder gone S tier.
Yes, that's their Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Well, anyways, thank you for watching. This video is sponsored by. I'm just kidding. Like,
if only we were sponsored. This
Um,
video is sponsored
yeah.
by absolutely nobody.
except for us.
Yes,
Please
sir.
subscribe to this absolutely goated channel.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah,
see y'all
guys.
later.
Yeah. All right, guys. See y'all in the next one. Peace.